Alright, so in this video, we're going to talk about the secret to riding your motorcycle in the city. Let's check it out. What's going on, YouTube? FX Steelers Brooklyn is back in the building. And you're coming at me from my happy place, right? Look, New York City, but there's no one around. Just got the train tracks, you got the Hot Rod, S&S Dyna, and nothing but good times ahead. So look, here's the deal. A lot of you have been noticing a lot of my videos lately have been a lot of Brooklyn riding, a lot of New York City riding, which is true. You all know I like to balance out those cross-country trip videos and be true to our name and ride in our home here in New York City. And a lot of you are seeing those videos, and I'm getting a lot of questions, which is usually from new riders or people who are thinking about riding who live in the city, right? And who voice concerns and intimidations about riding a motorcycle in a city environment, right? Because, you know, let's see, like on its face, that is legitimate, right? Motorcycles are dangerous. There's zero tolerance for mistakes. If you eat it, your consequences is potentially death in many situations. So now combine that with a city environment with things constantly moving, constantly, especially New York City. We all know about the New York rush and the New York minute. Constant hustle and bustle, constant obstacles and things going on. I can understand why a new rider or someone looking to get into riding would look at the city riding conditions and the city environment and kind of look at it and be intimidated and think that it's just not the best environment for a motorcycle, right? I think most people who don't ride in the city or who don't ride, when they think about perfect riding conditions, they're thinking about that open road, just you in the open road, no obstacles, you know, like that you'll see in like Geico ads and stuff like that. They don't conjure up images like the environment that I'm in now. A lot of stop and go, a lot of cars, a lot of obstacles. But I've made videos about this before, and I always try to make the argument that actually the city is one of the best environments for a motorcycle. And in terms of using a motorcycle as a purpose and the functionality of getting from point A to point B, I honestly believe that a motorcycle is one of the best ways to get around in a city environment, especially in New York City, right? And I've made this argument before. This is nothing new. So people see me make this argument, and then the question that I get quite often, which is, all right, so you're making this recommendation, you're making this argument that a bike is actually really perfect for New York City. What are some of your tips for riding in the city? And I'm pretty sure I've done a video for that. I'm pretty sure I've done a city riding tips video for someone who has thousands and thousands of miles in an urban environment. I can't actually remember. You know, look, we've been doing this since like what, 2016 at this point. We've been doing this for a while, so it's kind of hard to keep track of topics I've covered, topics that I haven't covered at this point. But I figured in this one I would just talk about one essential key tip that's more geared towards actually enjoying your motorcycle, you know, because look, there's times when you're riding in the city and you get off your bike and you feel like you just got through fighting a battle, right? Like if you have to battle traffic for hours on end and, you know, you're more using your motorcycle to get from point A to point B, we all know it gets crazy out here. You know, New York traffic is absolutely no joke. And there's going to be times, especially if you ride consistently, where, like I said, you're going to get off your bike and you're going to be totally smoked. Like, what was that? I don't feel like that was a meditative experience. I feel like I just battled. You know, isn't this thing supposed to be recreation? Isn't this thing supposed to be mindfulness and a form of meditation and a form of relaxation? I can totally understand that. So that's why, for me, the secret to making sure that as you do use your motorcycle as a purpose-built machine to get from point A to point B in a city environment, the secret to still enjoying it is you have to master the morning, right? Look around right now. The sun's coming up. Everything's pretty calm. You know, I mean, yeah, there's people out, there's people going to work and whatnot, but for the most part, things are pretty calm right now, right? This is relaxing. I'm enjoying my scenery. I'm enjoying not having to fight for my life with crazy traffic. I am enjoying this ride. I'm enjoying seeing the sun coming up. So there's no better time to ride in the city than in the early AM hours, right? I've also made the argument before that the same is true for the PM hours, really late. But I don't know, I always feel like just in other aspects of my life too, there is a major benefit to mastering the morning, because I find that there are more night owls out there than there are early risers. And when you're dealing with your night owls and you are, you know, getting those PM miles, which I know a lot of us do, a lot of us ride through the night. You know, my buddy Vong Asphalt, he's a big fan of, you know, riding through the night like that. But the thing is, what the morning doesn't have that the PM will have is you're having less drunk drivers in the morning, you're having less tired and drowsy drivers in the morning. Now, look, could you potentially run into somebody that's getting in their car after a night-long bender at 5 a.m.? Absolutely. I've known people who have been in incidents with motorcycles from drunk drivers who have been out that late. Oh, that's a school. Let's take it way down for the kids. Don't go fast around schools, people. Take it down. Look out for the kids. But in the morning, you know, I just kind of find it hard to believe that right now in the morning on a weekday that I'm surrounded by anyone who is drunk. But what I am surrounded with right now is totally ripped apart street, raw pavement. This is fun. I hope they finish this at some point. So yeah, I'm a firm believer that not just for motorcycles, but in any aspect of life, the key to success and the key to mostly enjoying every aspect of your life and getting the most out of every day is mastering the morning, right? That's one of the things that Commander Jocko Willink says that I always 100% agree with. And that's one of the things that I 100% agree with, right? That's something that I've always lived my life by. I am always up before the sun. I'm always up before most people, and what that means is that every single day I have at least a couple hours that are absolutely mine, that are nobody else's, where I'm free to do whatever it is I want to do. And that could be anything. That could be, a lot of times these days, it's actually, I've been getting up early and I've been doing really early morning yoga, which has been really nice. You know, if you've never tried that and you want to talk about getting the most energy sustainability out of your day, I find when I'm doing that early morning yoga, my energy levels just sustain all day. But then I do that and then I have plenty of time to, you know, enjoy my coffee. I could cut a video at a very relaxed pace. I could check what's going on Instagram, see how my friends are doing, which is a separate video. What I will tell you about Instagram is I literally get up in the morning and I'll post something every morning, just a picture that I like about a bike or a friend or a cool build, and then I don't check Instagram until the next morning. Like, I'm very disciplined when it comes to that. But that's it. Like, right now, the morning is all mine. Everything is calm. I don't have to battle right now. And again, I would very much have you apply this to other aspects of your life. So if you're someone that's having a hard time getting done the things that you need to get done, try mastering the morning. If you just find that you're constantly saying there's not enough hours in the day, try mastering the morning. Because I guarantee it might be really hard at first, especially if you're just someone that is used to being up at night. But once you get it down, you won't go back. I've never gone back. And this is the way I live my life. This is the way my dad lives his life, you know. In terms of my generation, like a younger generation, most people don't do this. Out of my friends, they all laugh at me because I'm going to sleep by like 9:30 p.m. But then I'm also up by 4:35 and I'm crushing it, and I have the whole day ahead of me. So I would honestly, if you're trying to get started with this, whether it's to ride your motorcycle or just to get some other tasks done without being disturbed, the key is going to sleep earlier. So go to sleep earlier. Think about how many hours earlier you're waking up and start setting your alarms, start winding down, put the screens away, you know, maybe read, meditate, do something to calm you down, and just go to sleep earlier. To me, that is the absolute key to mastering the morning, right? Yes, are your friends going to make fun of you when you're going to sleep at 9:30 p.m.? Yeah, they are going to make fun of you, but are you going to be crushing it while they're still sleeping? Yes, that will happen. But that's one of my tips for enjoying your motorcycle in the city. It doesn't always have to be a battle. It's one of the best ways to enjoy the city and see the scenery and just be a part of your city, right? Without having to fight constant battles with traffic. I hope this one helps. If you are a new rider and you are thinking about riding, I'm telling you, the city environment is one of the best places for a motorcycle. 100%. All types of bikes. Bagger, Dyna, FXR, Sportster, anything that's not Harley, any bike I think the city is great for. But that's all we have for that one. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, stay safe, stay low, master the morning, get up early, crush every single day. Every single day is precious, every single hour is precious. And on that, FX Deals Brooklyn is out.